welcome to another math episode. Today we are going to go over scenarios where you have to find missing angles. So we're going to go over triangles. That's example 1. Example 2 are supplementary angles. Example 3, we'll go over complementary and vertical angles. So if you want to jump to a specific section, hit the description button, see which one you need. And if you want to watch them all, great. Also, don't forget, there is a free worksheet there. They include the same problems that we are going to go over together. And if I get at least 2,000 views and 100 likes, I will make and include a free worksheet.
Another one
that I will provide in the description below. Let's just get started. Let's go! Let's start off with triangles, and we're going to cover every single scenario that you will probably see with angles. All the interior angles, the inside measurements, will always add up AB plus C to 180 degrees. Doesn't matter what kind of triangle you have. Sometimes they'll put this little box right here for angle C. That just means that it's 90 degrees. And even if it's a 90-degree triangle and you add A, B, and C, you will still get 180 as long as it's a triangle. Supplementary angles. You kind of see it in this Y right here. Looks like that. And maybe that's a way to remember. All straight lines add up to 180. So if you have two angles like that make up a straight line, A plus B, if you add them, will always equal 180. Complementary. Look at the T. It has a 90-degree angle on the T. I'm just making that up as I go, but I guess it works. If you add the interior, the inside angles, A plus B, it will be 90 degrees. And the last one I want to go over, vertical angles. If they are across each other, and that's how I put the arrows, A and B will be equal measurements, and C and D will be equal measurements. As long as you got two lines like that across each other, will always be equal. If you see a triangle off the bat in your head, ding, 180. Well, your brain should be saying 180. All the angles, 180. There's two ways you can do this. There's two ways. If you know that the inside adds up to 180, and we're trying to find E, then all you have to do to find E is take 180 and subtract the other two angles. We're going to subtract 42 and 74. It doesn't matter what order you do it, and you will get that angle measurement E. You should get 64. And here's how you check your answer. If I add 42 plus 74 plus the new angle I found, E, 64, that should equal 180, or you're doing stuff wrong. Here's another way that you might have learned how to set it up, and this is using algebra. I know that these three adds up to 180, so I can write an equation. 74 plus 42 plus E equals 180. And from there, all you got to do is some simple algebra. 74 plus 42, that will equal 116. And then you just write the rest. Plus E equals 180. And you can subtract 116 to both sides, and you will still get the same answer. E 64. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, whatever you prefer. If you want to set up an equation, do it. If you want to just subtract the other two angles from 180, they both work. So you got 180. And if I just take away the other two angles, you will get G. However, they don't give you two angles. They give you a box looking thing like that. First, you have to find F. You know that F is a 90-degree angle. So now we know one of them, minus 90, because that has that box. And that is just to symbolize that that is a 90-degree angle, a corner piece. And we could subtract the other one, 36, and I will get letter G. So let's do that right now. 180 minus 90 minus 36. If you do that correctly, you should get 54. So now we got both angles. You know F is 90 and G is 54. If you want to set it up using equations, you can do that too. So we can say 36 plus, well, we know that that's a 90-degree angle, so we can just put 90 plus G equals 180. And then we just do some simple algebra from there. 36 plus 90, that's 126. Plus G equals 180. And subtract the 126 from both sides, and you will get the same answer. G equals 54. If you see a straight line, your brain should be yelling 180, 180. So these two angles, if you add them both up, they should equal 180. And you can do these similar to the triangles in two ways. One, super easy way, you could just take 180 and subtract this 45-degree angle, and you will get letter A right away, 135 degrees. So that was pretty easy, 135. Or you can do it the algebraic way. We can do 45 plus A equals, because it's a straight line, it's gonna equal 180. And then all you got to do from there is subtract 45 on both sides, and you will get the angle measurement A, which will also equal 135. And that is it. That one's pretty easy. Here's how you know if you did it right. If I add 135, if this is 135, and I add 45, if I add these two, that better equal 180, or you are not listening. You are doing this wrong. Let's look at the second example. If you want to pause it, go for it. It's a straight line. It doesn't matter. It just looks different, but it has that Y shape, like that Y. Straight line, two angles that make up a straight line will equal 180. Let's start it off by writing an equation. Let's do it the other way around first. 36 plus B equals 180. If I add these two angles, it should equal 180. And now all I gotta get is B by itself, and that's easy. All you gotta do is subtract 36 from both sides, and you will get B, 144. Easy. If you ever get a box that looks like that, off the bat, your brain should be saying 90 degrees, 90 degrees. That complementary has that L right there. Maybe you'll remember it like that, L. Looks like a corner piece. Maybe you'll remember it. Who knows? But similar to the other problems, this is done the same way, except now it only equals 90 degrees. If you want to do it the easy way, you could just take 90 and subtract 39. So I'm just taking this minus this, and I will get A. 90 minus 39 is 51. And here's how you check your answer. If A is 51, if I add 51 plus 39, I better get 90 degrees, and it does check out. Or if your teacher is making you write equations, it's all good because it's still easy. 39 plus this angle measurement A is gonna equal 90 degrees. And all you gotta do is get A by itself, subtract 39 on both sides, and you will get the same answer. A equals 51. The last one I want to go over are vertical angles. If they are across each other and it's made out of two lines, then the ones that are across from each other are going to be the same. You don't even need to do any math. You know that A will equal the same as the one across from it, 54. But here's where it gets tricky. If you remember from the previous example, a straight line adds up to 180. So if I want to find B, 54 and B is what makes up this straight line right here. 54 plus B equals 180. And all you got to do is get B by itself, and you will get B as 126. Don't you guys just hate it when your math teacher gives you examples and then throw a quiz at you and you're like, we didn't go over this? That is exactly what I'm doing here. I want to test your knowledge to see if you really learned. Pause that video, don't cheat, and when you are done, check the answers to see if you really learned something. This is kind of like one of those Sudoku puzzles. You have to find one in order to find the other information. So we started off with H, and in order to find angle H, all you had to do was look that this is a straight line, which is 180, and then you can do it by setting up an equation or just subtracting 180 minus 24. So now you know that that is 156. Now that you know that, you can find angle I. That is vertical from what was given. Vertical from 24, same value. You know I is also going to be 24. And here's where the puzzle gets completed. Now you have two pieces, and you need to find the third, which is J. And as long as you have two of those pieces, you can subtract those both from 180, or you can set up an equation like this and get angle J, which is 118. I hope this video really helped. Just learn my jutsu, my angle jutsu, and you guys will never forget a triangle 180, straight line 180, complementary 90, and a vertical angle, they're the same. And if I really helped, don't forget to throw me a thumbs up, subscribe below, share my video, and I will try to give you guys as much as I can. But until then, I will see you on the next episode. Peace.